For men who are 50 years and older, what is the optimal amount of sets to build muscle? There were some research studies that showed even like up to age 90, they've shown people build significant muscle mass from resistance training and usually build a similar amount of muscle mass based on their starting lean mass as young men. In terms of the number of sets that's optimal, from several meta-analyses, it appears for the vast majority of people, the biggest benefits you can get by far are about 10 to 20 sets a week for each body part. Will almost maximize growth. As you increase the number, the results increase. But once you get past probably 10, 15, maybe 20 sets a week for a body part, it really starts to be marginal benefits to anything more. But that being said, there's not really any non-responders to resistance training. There are some people who get a good response from just a few sets per week, and other people need a lot more sets to get the same response. People who are genetically predisposed to being able to build muscle can tend to build muscle pretty well on low set number, whereas people who maybe aren't as genetically gifted might need many more sets, but that's going to be the same regardless of age. What I will say is for most people, 10 to 20 sets per week per body part appears to be about right in terms of maximizing muscle building or getting the vast majority of the benefits. And then there is some evidence that the individual session muscle protein synthesis, the anabolic response to an individual resistance training session, caps out at around like 8 to 12 sets in a session for a body part. Again, this is very, very, very preliminary data, I would say. But so if that's the case, it makes sense, train a muscle twice a week for around 5 to 10 sets in a session. You're getting those benefits of the individual sessions as well as the weekly set volumes.